What's going on YouTube? Adachi here, and I want to go over Tribe 9 and my thoughts on the state of the game a little over a month in. So it's no surprise I love this game, it's fantastic, an unfortunate launch that has cascaded to where we are, and by this I mean how it seems the development team had to completely pivot and fix issues with the game, leaving normal progression a bit behind. I think this is pretty clear when we see in the past few weeks of patches the time extension on a lot of events. With that all said, I wanted to go over what I would consider their first real event, Lux Phantasma, the rhythm game with a small side story featuring our first limited unit, Tsuruko Senba. So first off, it's unvoiced, which I completely understand and expect. I like that through this we get to flesh out Tsuruko a bit more and give some context to a bit behind the characters. Now something I will say with that though is it seems they may not actually be fleshing out characters through events, and it might be something they save for the main story. By this I mean actually delving into their backstories and maybe some of their motivations as to why they're even a part of Trash Tribe to begin with. This is all speculation, but that's the vibe I got off this event so far, and as I'm more interested in the high stakes and grand scheme of the story, this event's enjoyment has pretty much all been in the actual gameplay and rewards. Which at first was pretty disappointing looking at it. Premium currency wise it still is, but it has been by far, and I mean catastrophically by far, the best means of getting what has been pretty gated, which is primarily money. There's also a lot of T-points. Most of your resources are going to be coming out of this shop they added, so we have some upgrade materials, but yeah, primarily that Kane is just really good. I mean, every time they've been adding stages, they keep adding more stuff back to the shop, and each one of these stacks of Kane is, what, 750,000? That's a lot. This is also a neat feature added in this event, and it seems to hint that we'll probably get this at Rifts sometime in the future, but I believe they don't want to drop it yet as there is a severe lack of endgame, so kind of just spamming Rifts is a bit of content, but it does seem like they will eventually let us consume more boosters for more rewards. Definitely a welcome addition. There is never enough Kane, which perfectly reflects reality, but we're not here for that, we're here for gacha and waifus. Now the rhythm game is pretty alright. Unfortunately the game is fresh, so not that many songs for them to pull from, but I do like most of them, especially this one. Realistically, looking over all of that jazz, maybe I'm out of pocket, but I don't need rhythm game events. Although it is neat and well done, this had to have taken a lot of resources to develop an entirely new form of gameplay that probably won't really be utilized or expanded upon. I believe this is still them showing the roots of really following Hoyo's footsteps, as they're known to introduce a plethora of game modes through their events every patch. The difference is these games print money, have what I can only imagine being a huge team, and proven success. This being Tokyo Game's first gacha, they have certainly had some growing pains, but I think they need to focus on what pretty much everybody enjoys most about Tribe, and that is without a doubt the combat and story. This doesn't mean I believe they need to never try new things, but this is an inherent issue when it comes to gachas when they are created with the mindset that a player has something like daily missions or login rewards. A lot of times on events are incredibly long, which I think is great to allow people to take their time, especially ones that don't play many or really any gachas at all. But when incentivized to log in every day, people will keep coming back, continue to do what is fun until that fun's no longer there. Especially for the players that aren't hopeless gacha addicts. I think something neat that could be added without creating a mountain of dev work would be to add modifiers to Fractal Vice or just bosses in general. Things like half movement speed or potentially fun arena hazards like magnetic orbs that spawn and try to pull you in. Just spitballing ideas. Now this all sounds very vain, like I know better than the studio, but I'm just throwing out ideas because I genuinely like the game and want to see it succeed. One of the reasons I've wanted to push out some quality content to get more eyes on it and maybe help some players along the way. So yeah, rant over, I just wanted to kind of get some thoughts out in the first event. Obviously this is just to fill some time until our next big update, and I know the team there can cook. Also, unrelated, if FG happens to see this, we miss you. Thanks everyone for watching. As always, like, comment, subscribe, or don't. See ya!